You know, I understand why you are reacting so aggressively. Whoever you are, whether you're a man or a woman, whether you are a feminist or you believe in the cause of feminism, you may even be a Christian, a sincere child of God, who is well-meaning, and you are just angry at the injustice of what the world has become in today's day. Maybe all of that is true. Maybe. But this is the point. I refer you back to one of my favorite passages, one of my favorite verses, which I quote all the time, albeit I would admit inaccurately sometimes. When Jesus is being questioned, and he replies, he says, listen, if you don't believe the words that I speak to you, you don't have to. I am not even judging you for not believing it. But make no mistake, these words that I speak, they are still going to judge you in the last day. In the last day, that is the day when, according to Yoruba, Shangbafo, that is yam pepper scatter scatter, Ishuata yon yon. For my listeners who are not Nigerian or Yoruba, or who do not understand what I'm saying, I'm speaking in Nigerian, I speak a little Yoruba there, and then Nigerian English, like a direct literal translation without taking into context the context of the message. Yam ishu ata yon yon, yam pepper scatter yon, as in all over the place. In other words, what it means is that you've created such a mess that it's difficult to separate one mess from the other. Yam pepper scatter in this context refers to the end of days, when people will attempt to flee from the judgment of God that is coming, and nothing will be able to stop it. The Bible says that the angels will gather everyone from every corners of the earth and bring them before the throne. And all of us will be put down at the feet of Jesus Christ, and we will answer for the choices we have made. We will answer for refusing the salvation that Jesus Christ made available by his blood. The blood of the most holy God. Let's say you are not even worshiping the one true God, Yahweh. Let's say you're not even worshiping Jehovah. Let's say what you are worshiping is Jupiter. Let's say what you are worshiping is Zeus. Let's say what you are worshiping is Odin of Asgard, or some other deity. Now contemplate the fact that this deity cares enough about you to have given up their very own life and shed their very own blood, so that you can be delivered from something that would most certainly and most assuredly have destroyed you. Imagine that is your truth, that is your reality. What would you give in appreciation for the sacrifice that this deity has made on your behalf? Simplest of questions. Can you answer sincerely? So this, now in all of human endeavor, there is no such story that exists anywhere of a God who came into this world for the sake of those whom he loved and submitted himself humbly to be murdered for things that he did not do, but that we did. It doesn't exist in any other narrative. You hear the stories about the dying and rising gods, the zeitgeist, if I recall correctly, where people talk about Osiris or Horus or any of these other pantheon of gods that have existed over time. And people are saying that, okay, well, he had 12 disciples, or he was born on December 25th, or who in the world gives the first rats behind? The question is, did a God come and put their life on the line for you? And they literally were killed. And then they came back to life. And then I'll say, if you accept that which we have given, you are saved from an absolutely ignominious in eternity that is loaded with fire and brimstone and sulfur, flames of which will never cease. God saves you from that. But you choose not to believe. Your call, it's a free world. But in that last day, there will be judgment. Funny enough, I've ranted for 6 minutes. I have not even addressed what I wanted to address here. So, you say you don't believe. Question is, does that change the judgment? I was speaking with my daughter the other day. And we said something about marriage being between man and woman. And she answered me, clearly she has heard this in school. This is extremely painful. Some of us don't pay attention to some of the things that our children are listening to in school. You won't know when they will imbibe something that is completely evil. So my daughter said to me, yeah, but that's what some people believe. That some people don't believe that. I responded by saying, you see, that's your phone. The phone in your hand. You know it's made of water. She said, no, it's not made of water. I said, it is made of water. She said, no, it's not made of water. I said, but that's what I believe. Why can't you accept that that's what I believe? Well, because it's not true. What does it matter? Whether it's true or not, it's what I believe. You have to believe what I believe. You see, the fact that you believe it doesn't make it true. And that is a sacrosanct, ever-living, everlasting fact. The fact that you don't believe in Jesus does not mean that Jesus is not true. If you track the annals of history, there was a man called Jesus who came and lived and died. That very much, at the very least, is absolutely certain. It's not denied by anybody that has any gumption, except Islam. He died. Now, Christianity believes he lived. And the records throughout history record that people have always believed that he lived. So it's not a new dying and rising God type of mythology. It's a given, it's a fact. Now, you choose not to believe. Okay, you don't believe. All right, you choose to believe that you are a man in the body of a woman. Or you choose to believe that you are a woman in the body of a man. That's your call. The fact that you do not believe does not change the truth. Now, I would love to be able to introduce you to what I know to be the truth. I'll tell you why I know. The Bible says, oh, taste and see that the Lord is good. Oh, the Lord has been good to me. I can tell you story after story after story. And indeed, if you are interested, by all means, leave a comment in the comment section asking me for any one story. Anyone, because my time is fast spent and I don't want to spend the whole day on this. Ask me for any one story that talks about how God has shown himself God in my life, and I will tell you the story. The Bible says they overcame him, the devil, by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony, and they loved not their lives unto the death. One of the ways by which I am going to overcome the enemy in my life and in yours is by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of my testimony, and I am ready to share my testimony to whomever will listen. So this video be a challenge to you. If you want to hear my testimony, ask and you shall receive, seek and you shall find, knock and the door shall be opened unto you. If you really want to prove that my God is not real, if you want to prove that whatever it is you believe is not the phantom idea of a phone being made of water, and you shall receive. Thank you for watching. God bless you. Leave a comment, ask a question, leave an insult. I would urge you, don't insult my God, because my God is a consuming fire. He will by no means clear the guilty. Oh, he visits the iniquities of the fathers upon the children to the third and fourth generation. He introduced himself that way. That's my God. So I would urge you, don't insult him. I'll urge you, don't blaspheme his name, because you know you have that conviction within you. You always have. Oh, Lashende Makasai, because he tells me that he made you that way. So ask that your joy may be full. God bless you. Thank you for watching. I don't know what else to say. Yeah, share this video. Let this be a challenge. Ask and you shall receive. It's a beautiful day. I feel great. I don't know why. What else is there to do? Click on subscribe, click on notification, the whole 9 yards. Have a wonderful day.